I'm Christian Abbott.
I'm Nathan Lavender.
I'm Sean Abbott, and this is the Red Mist Podcast.
Hello, welcome to the Red Mist Podcast, Season 5, Episode 11. If our erstwhile NASCAR fan was here, he'd be lobbying for this week's winner to be the car of the day, car of the show. Nay. I will stay in NASCAR, though, but I think this is a repeat car, Christian.
What?
It's the
You've lost me.
Junior Johnson, huh?
I'm out to lunch on the NASCAR once, so.
Oh, all right. Well, it's the 1975 Junior Johnson Racing Chevrolet with the Holly Farm sponsorship and Kelly Yarborough driving.
All right.
There we go. That's old school right there. Nothing like having a chicken farm on your car, though. Love that. Having a beer company. All right, on tonight's show, we'll talk about NASCAR and Vegas briefly. I watched the highlight show. Talk F1. Oh, I'm sorry, Mariokart in China.
Yep.
And to tell you the truth, Christian, all I did was watch the highlight package. Didn't even bother watching it.
All right. I did sit through it all, but we can get to that.
You sat through it all, okay. And then we'll move on to probably the most impressive race of the weekend, and actually a real car race. No stages, no nothing. Real horsepower, albeit, hybrid at some point, but that's okay because WEC has hybrid and IMSA has hybrid. That's all right, but does work. IndyCar, the inaugural Arlington Grand Prix around Dallas Cowboys Stadium on a new road circuit, which looked absolutely fantastic.
IndyCar's hybrid?
Yeah. Don't they have a battery?
Oh, they just never talk. They never talk about it on the broadcast. I wouldn't know.
Oh, well, that was that thing like in the back where they were all. Yeah, it's like got the extra 50 pounds on the car.
No, I know.
Oh, all right. Hey, being harsh.
Look, I mean, just a quick thing on IndyCar. The broadcast is just all over the place still. So.
Oh yeah.
Last year they when the hybrid got introduced, it was nonstop talk about it, and now it's like I barely see any graphic on the hybrid or any mention of it.
I think that's a strategic thing to stay away from, given the problems with Formula One.
I do too. I don't disagree with that move currently. However, I will say to that point, it did sound like they were pumping in the hybrid sound this week. Because I felt like every time they got out of the corners, you could hear it whine.
Yeah.
Whenever it was either regenning or deploying. So, anyways,
all right, and then we'll
get back to that.
We'll do some news and notes. We'll look forward to Sebring, and Max Verstappen returns to the green hell in a real race car.
Yeah.
So. Looking forward to that. However, would like to start the show off with a moment. Passing of American Motorsports Hall of Famer Bob Toulius passed away at age 95 in Port Orange, Florida. One of my heroes of sports car racing when I was growing up. Rose from the ranks of, much like the Bob Sharps, and such, rose from the ranks of SCCA regional and national racing to professional sports car racing to the point where he fielded the Jaguar IMSA GTP cars.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, but known for running what they call British Leyland cars, Triumphs, TR3s, TR4s, TR6s, TR5s, TR6s. Then the ultimate, the wedge, the TR7s and TR8s that they ran in Trans Am and in IMSA GTO racing. Fantastic cars. If you want to look them up, look them up. They're awesome cars. The TR8 was awesome because it had a V8 in it, and it was fantastic. And then the GTP cars, the Jag GTP cars, helped bring Jaguar back to racing, and then ultimately led to the formation of the Tom Walkinshaw Group C and IMSA cars. So, they took it to the next level. Once they were done with IMSA, Group 44 moved on to a couple one-offs in IndyCar racing with Chip Robinson, who drove for them in the Jaguar GTP car. There was an occasional NASCAR race. However, their last great stand was the Audis of Trans Am and IMSA GTO. So, an illustrious career, and sadly passed away 95. And it's weird. It's on the week of Sebring. Had a couple wins there in the GT class, but also stored his airplane collection at Sebring. So, just kind of a little bit of symmetry there. But overall good guy. Brought a lot of professionalism to sports car racing. Kind of the Penske of sports car racing. Well, Penske was dabbling in everything else and being professional. So, but just an all around great sportsman and great guy. So, anyways,
Very
gone
cool.
but not forgotten. Yeah. So I'll send a couple pictures you can post on the show podcast site for the day. Yeah. All right.
Will do.
All right. Let's move on to NASCAR. Not much to say. Las Vegas. Denny wins his 61st win. So good on Denny. It's definitely a Toyota track. Toyota finishes 1, 4, and 5. Chase Elliott had a great weekend. Just came up a little bit short, and William Byron another strong run there as well. Larson finished 7th. Chris Buescher was 6th. Chase Briscoe 8th. Darrell Wallace 9th, and Nate. Oh man, I mean, Keselowski with a top 10. What can you say? Next up is this weekend, Darlington, a real racetrack.
Is this the race they do all the throwback paint schemes for?
I think it is. I think it's the throwback one. I don't know if it's this one or the fall one, the later one.
Gotcha.
It might be this one. Anyways, It's a real racetrack, but not a real race because, again, we stage race in NASCAR. So, Anyways. All right. Okay, let's move on to Mariokart. I'm sorry, F1. I really want to thank the folks at Canal Plus for the fantastic.
Yeah, that was good.
Look forward to the Suzuka race, Japanese Grand Prix. Absolutely fantastic.
Well, with today's announcement from Haas, I think we'll be seeing Yoshi on the grid pretty soon in that next.
Can we go into? Let's go into that after this because I saw that too. I really don't want to comment on it because I think we might get in trouble. Holy crap! Anyways, I'm surprised Canal Plus hasn't been let go as the French broadcaster for that. But
I'm sure if Nate's listening to this episode, there's a good Red Mist story.
Oh, really?
For the Haas thing.
Oh. Can it be told or no?
I don't I don't
You need
think
Nate
so.
here.
Yeah, I would probably
All
need
right.
Nate here.
All right. All right. Well, I mean, it's a fantastic race when 4 cars can't even start.
I, all right, let's do the thing again. Let's go through the race itself first, and then
All right, then
criticize
we can get back to the
the rules and regs.
No, I can no because I'm being open minded. They get 3 races, and then they better bring upgrades after that because we're on a hiatus until Miami. So
Yeah, I got
actually, you know what? It might be a good idea to have the cars race in in the area of the troubles right now because maybe a drone strike on some of the cars would be helpful.
You mean on the freight that carries them?
Yeah, the freight that carries them.
Yeah, not we don't want to injure personnel.
No injuries to people, personnel, fans, anything like that. Broadcasters,
no, the ship sank.
Yeah, that would be absolutely, or it's the airplane. Yeah, but like the pilots were able to bail out of the plane.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
parachute out, and the plane just sort of plummeted into the ocean. Christian, I can't even. I mean, I'm all excited. I'm glad Kimi won.
Yes, I guess fast track through the week, sprint weekend. In any year.
Oh yeah, it was a sprint.
Yeah, in any year, I think this is the year where you do not do sprint races because I think every team would benefit from
the extra track time.
Yeah, the extra track time and practice
time. Yeah,
tune and test these cars because you don't have it. So, I mean, like I get it. They all had the 3 test sessions before, and some teams ran all 3, and some teams didn't. Like that's up to them. But especially with the rule change that's been this challenging, like any team will take all the testing time that they can. It was. I guess Aston can say that they finished a race after the
one
sprint.
car did.
So
at the sprint.
The sprint. Yes, the sprint. I'm just I'm putting the asterisks on this, but like they can claim that they've finished a race on the season, which anyways, like it's the story of the sprint kind of played out what was gonna happen with the actual race, where it's just the same of what we saw in Australia. Ferrari gets a good start off the line, makes it interesting, and then eventually the Mercedes find a lap where they get by, and then they go off into the distance. Well, actually, to be fair, George was able to do that. Kimi fell back at the start a little bit too far, and then got a penalty, but through all of it, got back up to 5th, I think it was in the end. So, also, one rule loophole that needs to be shut is the serving of a penalty under full course yellow. That needs to go because that was such cheap out for Mercedes.
And for who?
For Kimi Antonelli.
George?
No.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know. Was that in the
sprint?
Oh,
he
okay.
That
sounds suspect. I'm not nothing against Mercedes for doing that, but that's kind of weak, and that's like changing tires on a red flag too.
Yes, like it's just you were given a penalty, and yes, they served it, but they served it during a time of the race that clearly benefited them.
Yes, gotcha.
And so I don't think if you're going to do that, then it should be if you're going to serve it under the yellow flag, that's fine, but it should be adjusted to put you the pit lane delta plus whatever the track position should be that you would come out in, because that's So, and I get the Mercedes, they're quick. I figured Kimi would have probably finished, or if the race had gone green the rest of the way, I think he would have finished fifth or sixth. Like it would have only been like a one position change at the end of it. But still, like it's just, I guess it's kind of the principle of the thing. Like if you're gonna get a penalty, like it's got to be a penalty, you know,
Mm-hmm.
where you do have to kind of fight back and not just luck out of it. I mean, if they came in the lap before, served it, and then safety car came out, but they already had gotten the new tires, whatever. Like, yeah, sure, you punch right back up, no problem. Like, you just benefited because it's luck of the draw. With
Yeah.
serving it under yellow, I'm like, well, you didn't really serve it. So I just, I know it's tough, but to
Hmm.
to say that, but I think you could probably do an adjusted thing. But this is also one of the few series where you can pit when the caution comes out.
Right.
So like pit lane doesn't close. So
Gotcha.
just depends on the style of racing you want for those rule sets. Anyways,
Who
fast
flew me in? Who won the sprint?
George. It was
Okay.
George winning, and then it was a Ferrari second, third. Um,
2/3. Okay.
yeah.
All
Fast
right.
forward, qualifying, no real surprises there, I guess. Haas and Alpine are figuring it out. Audi is there, but just kind of in a mixed bag of whether they start the race or not, for technical
Yeah.
problems. And then George, or then we get to Q3. Mercedes ends up having a problem with George's car. He's limping around for probably 80% of the session, and then they finally get him back out there. And from reports, it sounds like it was quite literally just a shut it off, turn it back on kind of solution, where they were just hoping and praying, and it just worked. So he was able to get out there, and I think he qualified. It was either second or third, one of the two. So Kimi definitely had the upper hand of just not being rushed to get his lap in. But
Yeah.
um, yeah, so race gets going. Again, same story. Ferraris are able to get out ahead. George gets this time. George slides back further than Kimi, and then as the racing goes on, George gets stuck behind the Ferraris battling. Kimi just kind of scampers away. That builds up a gap, and then Kimi's basically able to just manage from there throughout the race, and eventually George gets by both the Ferraris, and
Do you just
yeah,
on that battle, the two Ferraris and George? Do you think if the Ferraris had not squabbled with each other and
no,
then fought
no,
it out at the end of the no, George
no.
was still going to get by?
I
Okay,
I
that was just my
I
thought.
think George still gets by, and Kimi still wins the race. I don't.
Yeah, I agree. I agree on Kimi winning the race. I
So
just was curious. Yeah.
I don't think it would have made a difference, because at one point I'm sure the driver who would have been in second at whatever time would have slipped up slightly,
Hmm.
where you just do the accordion effect, and then George just sticks his nose down the inside
Gotcha.
and just picks them off one by one.
Gotcha.
I think that's how it probably would have likely played out. Or they still had a pit stop at the time to try and jump and move position around. Like I think he could have easily played a game that way to get ahead. So I'm trying to think what else. Oh, Verstappen again with a horrible start. Um, he
Was it battery issue again?
I don't know what his issue is with the starts, but I mean he just like bogs down completely. Like it's just missing it.
Because Melbourne, they said there was an issue with his battery,
Yeah, I didn't
not fully charging.
I didn't get I didn't look into anything post race of why that was. I mean, in the end, it didn't matter for Max. I mean, he got back up into the top 10, and then his motor exploded. So,
Yeah.
it didn't explode, but they had to retire the car. They had an issue.
Expired, yeah.
So,
Had an issue.
yeah. Um, Cadillacs are finishing the race. Very good for them. They got their first.
Two, both cars finished, but
yeah,
this is my key thing on this. They were only one lap down.
Yeah, I'm with the new regs in cars. Like I'm aware that
and granted,
there's going to be a pace gap, and this is a brand new team too. Like
right,
they finished the race, and it was good. Like
and they're using a customer Ferrari engine. Who else is using a Ferrari engine?
Haas.
Just the Haas's. Okay. Yeah. So, Haas has had more experience working with Ferrari. So I can understand how they're slightly ahead, but also because they are a new team, meaning Cadillac.
Yeah.
They should be behind a Haas at this point.
Yes. Yeah.
But let's see what happens. Not so much here at Suzuka. If they achieve a similar result where both cars finish and they're a lap or maybe possibly, they're on the tail end of the lead lap, possibly, not scoring points, but I'm just saying. I would say it's a successful start to the season. I think where the next jump comes is this 4-week gap between Suzuka and Miami to see if they can bring some type of upgrade or get their hands on top of the Ferrari motor some more. And then, the next upgrade would be after the season break, later in the year.
Yeah, Yeah, well, I mean, I guess I think Ocon had a. Oh, that's right. Ocon and Colapinto got into it during the race. And Ocon came off worse on it, and he put his hand up too, and he said it was his fault.
So that's. But I'm just talking there. Cadillac here.
No, I'm looking back at the results. I mean, I wouldn't put the goal of them having to finish on the lead lap being a.
I'm not saying. I'm just saying for this. I'm just saying for the next race, if they happen to do that and finish on the tail end of the lead lap, that's a plus. But if they finish a lap or less down, then good.
Well, if they finish on the lead lap, then they're scoring points.
Well, are they?
Yeah, they are.
Because
Sainz was finishing 9th,
so
and he was scoring points. Like that's.
So they got to really kind of close the gap on Williams and Audi. I would say. I mean, I know Colapinto's in there with the Alpine, but
I would say if they could close the gap on Williams, that would be good.
Yeah.
I think it would be worthwhile noting the gap to Haas or Haas.
Yeah.
Jeez, Haas.
Haas.
Because for being a customer team, at that point, your only difference is chassis.
Okay.
An aero. So clearly there is a knowledge gap between Haas and Cadillac. So because you can sit there and say they both don't understand the Ferrari motor as well as Ferrari does, because it's the same deal with Mercedes and McLaren and Alpine and Williams. Mercedes, the works teams have the upper hand of they just have the advantage of the fact that they designed the cars and knew exactly how the motor was going to look and how it would fit into the car well before the other teams. I know that they had to eventually pass that along to the other teams so they can work with it, but I mean, like, still, there is that knowledge gap, and you also see the entire development of the motor. Um, so I think Cadillac's progress over the course of the season will be what the thing to watch
Yeah.
for them, and as long as they can keep getting double finishes out of the cars
Mm-hmm.
at base, I think that's very good because you've now showed that you can achieve a full race distance. Not that they didn't do that in the testing phase or in the testing sessions, but you've done it for real, and you're also. Let me double check it. Technically, they are ahead of Aston in the standings. I know Aston
Yeah.
is a broken car, but I mean, Cadillac's doing one thing right, which is finishing races, which Aston is not doing right
Yeah.
now. And yeah. So, anyways, Kimi ends up going on to win. George finishes second, and Lewis takes third.
I thought something that was funny happened
Which was?
on the podium.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, let me rephrase that. It was not Kimi Antonelli that won. It was Kimi Räikkönen that won.
So I didn't know this, right? So I figured they had their own person. I didn't realize it was Bob Costandoris, he does a lot of broadcasting. He used to do a lot of rally stuff. His son uh, Ben Constadoris does a lot of stuff, whether it's Nordschleifer, stuff like that. He helps out on the Radio Le Mans network and stuff, but he also does a lot of the World Rally stuff. So that's his dad, Bob, and I just thought Bob goes to the race and does it right.
Mhm.
No, so last couple of years he just does it from the F1 Broadcast Center in Biggin Hill there,
Oh,
where the TV stuff is from. So he's like, and he comes out and he goes, Kimi Räikkönen. I was like, are you kidding me? That was awesome.
Yeah.
I really want to talk about. I mean, this really isn't. I mean, I kind of like it that McLaren's kind of getting boned, but it's really not right. I mean, I you know, there is something, and it just gets to the rule thing we want. I don't want to drone on about this, but this just inherently is ridiculous that 4 cars can't start a race. And one of the cars gets pushed off the grid.
I don't know. I don't think that's a of the problems. That's not the biggest one for me.
Okay. All right. So that's my problem, because I just find that embarrassing. I also find what's happening to the Hondas, and okay, some of this can be blamed on Honda, but also I think some of this is based on the complication of this rules package for the engines and stuff. But that's just my stuff. I mean, it's just and the thing that I just find it ridiculous. It's like, this isn't racing. This is like how you manage the system. So in my view, okay. So I'll let you go with what you want to talk about.
After watching the whole weekend, I I think what I was really excited, or my favorite part of the weekend was Ferrari's rear wing in practice.
Oh, the flip wing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're calling it the Macarena. I don't.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't know why.
I don't care.
I don't know how that got caught on, but
I
anyways.
think it's okay. Well, I have no problem with it.
But no. I'm just saying, like, that's the part of F1 that really excites me outside of the driving.
100%. And 100%.
And this was one thought that I had while this whole weekend was going on was the state of the power unit is overshadowing what still makes F1 F1. Because
the cars and the drivers. Right.
And because no one's talking about any of the differences of the cars and how this one car is doing much better through here versus here or anything like that, because it's all being overshadowed by the power unit issue of the strategies to deploy. And like, I get it, that's the main problem that everyone's trying to solve of what's the best way to optimize the lap and whatnot, but where I got to in this thinking is F1 just having like an identity crisis, or is the blend of what technology versus drivers not meshing well? And I watched a bit of Harvick and Buxton's speed discussion.
Oh yeah. I haven't seen this week's. Yeah,
it wasn't this week. It was from last week's. But
2
Harvick,
weeks ago.
Yeah, but Harvick put it together nicely, and I think this is probably where I've sat too, of just like, you've taken the rule set and geared it towards manufacturers to get their involvement, and now like that's the other thing too, is like you should sit there and be impressed at the fact that you have all these manufacturers involved in the sport. Like that is impressive, because that thinking is the exact same thinking that IMSA and WEC took, and you have all these manufacturers, and it's over in the sports car world it's BOP racing, but still, like, you have all of this involvement, so when you do put the product on display, like, it's impressive.
But you also, in IMSA and WEC, you have you have a combination of ICE and hybrid, right?
Yeah, the
battery, whatever.
The rule set is slightly different, but like that's a different.
I understand that, but if it was something similar of what was in those two series is in Formula One, this stuff wouldn't be a comment. This wouldn't be an issue, right?
I 100% agree. I'm
because it's a great balance, and then you could focus right where you're talking about the innovation of the car, but also how the drivers are using that innovation. Yeah. I 100% understand where you're coming from.
Because that's the one thing I like about how IMSA and WEC do it currently, which is the rule is relatively simple, in where I don't care what you have in for a power unit, you just can't go above this certain power output.
Right.
And then if you do, you're going to get penalized, because the way the software they have written in, like that, it'll back it down. Yeah. Anyways, like, that's definitely that's one road to get more manufacturers involved without having forcing everyone to run a certain engine and power unit style. With F1, I think that's the hard part in some of the freedom of design, is like there is no difference in power unit.
Yeah.
Like, everyone has to run a V6 twin turbo hybrid motor. So no one can do anything else. And I get, you can sit there and argue one way or the other, but I like even thinking back over the last 25 years with sports car racing in Le Mans, like, cars have had a bunch of different engines in the back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I just
it's
yeah. I'll let you
anyways.
finish. Sorry.
So it's I guess the fine line of how much do you restrict versus just leave open. And I get you're trying to do this in a quote unquote cost cap era, to not have everything be a crazy development war. But man, like I just if F1 is supposed to be the pinnacle of motorsports, like in the cars that you drive are the top of the top, and like you need the best drivers in the world to pilot these cars. I the current engines don't reward that style of driving.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest turnoff for myself, where like it's impressive to see the speeds that they're going, because you usually don't see these 330 plus kph speeds until they go to tracks like Monza, because that's the only time that they're trimmed out enough to do it.
Yeah.
But it's the whole super clipping and just the deceleration that they have to do in order to be fast on the other end of the track.
Right.
And I even just looking at like a simple solution of what they could do now to improve it. I mean, you could just have the battery deployment rate.
Right.
And then I know that gets rid of the 50-50 split that they're looking for, but at this point, like, I think your main problem is just to try and solve it where you're not decelerating on the straight while going full throttle. Like, that's just the biggest thing. And then on top of that, like, hearing the guys talk about, oh, well, like, who has the better chassis and the better aero, it's like, I really don't know, because it feels like they're never pushing it in the corners, because they're trying to have to save so much energy to deploy it on the straight or on acceleration, wherever they want to deploy it. Like, that's the thing that doesn't make sense to me. Like, it is completely what Verstappen had alluded to 3 years ago, which is it's a complete ice competition. Whoever's got the best motor or ice and battery, like whoever's got that down pat, like they're golden. And if the rumors are true about Mercedes like not even at full blast right now, like there's no way well, no one's stopping them anytime soon except themselves.
Right. So I mean, basically that's all well and good. I mean, one team found a way around it. That's fine. That happens. I don't have an issue with that.
And again, congrats to Mercedes, and congrats to Ferrari too, because like they've both built incredibly quick cars. Like, that's up to them. Like, you still got to do.
Sort of got to handle.
Yeah.
Right. But my whole view of this isn't racing, and this is just anyway. Let's see if reliability improves at Suzuka. I don't think it will.
No, it's gonna take a while. And again, anyway. The reliability aspect is not a turn off for me. Like, I think it's fine to have a couple cars go out, because
go out during the race, but not before the race starts, Christian. That's embarrassing.
Right, but for however much crap Ferrari's been given about strategy, like, they're not really been giving crap about a car that they can't build and put on the grid. Like, they're not having the problem with it.
I understand, but these cars aren't having problems with their chassis. They're having problems with these motors that these engine manufacturers are supposed to be given, who are supposed to be providing support people to them, that for whatever reason they're having issues. So, I mean, this is where the problem is.
Right,
so,
but
I don't really want to go on anymore about this, because
the only thing I will say,
Christian, when 22 cars show up in 18 star race, and it's not because 4 cars got crashed out in a practice or a sprint race. It's because unreliability of their power units. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing.
I get your point. The only counter I will say is both Alpines had finished, so clearly they've figured out how to start and finish the race.
I understand that. I understand that.
For
but
Mercedes.
I'm just saying that there needs to be better reliability overall. So
yeah, but
all right,
that's something that'll come in time.
All right. Well, I think they're going to have more problems than they think. So, all right, let's move on to IndyCar. I thought best race of the weekend. I was very impressed with the track layout. I thought it was good. I only had one issue with the track, and that is, I think they need to kind of modify. Well, two issues. One, I think they got to kind of take the bumps out of it, so they can shave it and do whatever they need to do, and they'll get that straightened out. That's an easy fix. The pit lane exit is an issue because it's sort of blind in, cars coming out, and so the driver coming out of the pits is blind. The oncoming traffic's blind to him. The driver coming into the corner, it's a left-hander where it's like, oh, hey, there's a guy there. Now I got to race him, and I got to go around this corner. They got to kind of work that out because Newgarden got caught out twice on that. So, not saying that he was going to win the race or anything, but I thought that was an issue. That was really it. And then the other thing was some of the corners. It's inherent with road courses, street tracks, and having some of the blind corners, but. There was one corner, particular one where Will Power got into Dixon and on what was it, a practice session, I think. That stuff has to kind of just be worked out a little bit better, or signaling needs to be a little bit better. But other than that, I thought the track was phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't. I think half of it was good, half of it was kind of meh.
Okay.
I liked how wide open it was in some sections, but then the spots where it really tightened up,
tightened up.
It felt like they were just adding corners in just to add corners, and
maybe if they could look to maybe take some of the corners out and open it up, still could be a possibility.
Yeah, I mean, however they want to do it, I know they were trying to. Some of the bumps, were definitely.
Yeah, I mean
not
that's
enjoyable, but
happen.
it's going to happen. So.
But you don't know, when they went to Nashville, it was really bumpy and stuff like that. So,
but it's no Baltimore or
right. Plus San Jose.
That's San Jose. Yeah, so no, at least they're not at that level.
Yeah,
which is
flying the cars. Overall, though, nice finish to the race.
Yeah, no. Are you saying that sarcastically or?
No, I was saying Kirkwood's pass on Palou.
Oh, I thought you meant how the race ended.
Oh no, the yellow. I hate when it ends under yellow. Friggin' sucks.
No, I know it. I know it happened under yellow, but we.
Yeah,
I was talking with some friends, sorry, to get back to you. Yeah, the move that Kirkwood made on Palou was great. I thought that was perfectly fine. All good stuff. I enjoyed watching Power trying to pull off a two stop versus the 3-stop. That was right. That was entertaining.
That was good. Oh, strategy in a race. I'm shocked.
Who would have guessed?
Who would have guessed? Yeah.
It amazes me that all that Andretti needed to be a bit more competitive was having someone able to do a tire whisperer strategy.
Yeah, well, that was given the fact that the Andretti pit stops were probably some of the most atrocious pit stops that I've ever seen in professional motorsports. Wow.
That was
brutal.
I mean, and Will's wasn't even his first one wasn't bad. It was just poor timing
Yeah.
on the release.
Yeah.
So like that's not even the pit crew's fault at that point. Like that's just
No.
it just sucked that way.
No.
But yeah, I mean if you take the late yellow out of it, I mean it really was just a Palou and then Andretti show.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that was it.
Yeah. Well, it was good to see Andretti bounce back with a first, third, and a fourth.
Yep.
And Palou just bounced back into the championship. So now he's only 26 points.
No. He's out.
He's out, right? Yeah,
Yeah, he's
according
out.
to Fox broadcast. Yeah.
No,
I
yeah,
will
he's
say
out.
this. Yes,
Yeah.
the Fox broadcast is atrocious. It's awful.
Yeah, I think it was only like nearing Will's second stop that they even mentioned him doing the possibility of a two-stopper, and I was like,
yeah,
guys, you could have, if you're not doing the math on that point, like it doesn't help anyone in IndyCar.
And it's not the three guys in the booth. It's the people in the production area that should be saying, "Hey, somebody's on this."
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
You know, if somebody in the booth actually recognizes it, great. But somebody in the production area should be recognizing that. You know? I mean, that's just my view.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I had to watch it with the Fox sound because I watched it on tape delay. So it was, in my view, yeah.
Yeah, and like the three-stop strategy for some of the guys was interesting to watch too. I mean, Dixon was able to claw up real high up after the strategy he was running, and he did a four-stop, so like completely flipped, but he started back in 20th. So again, just the strategy helping out Ganassi to move guys up. Yeah, I mean, as far as everything else, like that back straight was impressive. Like, and I think after seeing the first couple laps and realizing how high speed that place is, like, if guys are trimming wing off the cars, like that just it's just a whole nother game of trying to get through the slow stuff, or just the balancing act to do it all. So.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
I was all into it.
I didn't mind it. Mine is just a few track changes potentially, just to help get around there a bit easier. I think that would be fine, but otherwise, like I thought the track was pretty good as is. So they did a pretty decent job of putting it together to start with. And I mean, it was for an event in Texas. Like that was a big job that they did. To put everything up in the way they did, and I mean, compared to the 1.8 mile track that we're gonna get at DC.
I know.
And that track's only similar in length to what St. Pete is, but for Arlington to have a track that long, like, actually,
everything's bigger in Texas. So.
I know. Where's the?
So that was awesome.
It was
great backdrop. Overall, just a great
miles.
setup.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So, anyways, 2 weeks they're off to another great track, Barber Motorsports Park.
Yep.
So that'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Alex Palou looking to climb back into the championship there.
No, he's out.
He's out.
He's out. He's second place in the championship. He's out. He can't.
All right. So big news this weekend. We'll just start Max at the Nürburgring for the NLS 2, but it's really 1.
Yeah.
With the snow out last weekend.
Right.
Hopefully no weather issues this weekend because they're expecting a huge crowd there. So good for them. And I think a bigger crowd for the 24 when he. So
yeah.
Is he I know he's with the Winter guys this weekend. Is he running with the Team Redline drivers, or is he?
No,
Is
he's
he
running.
running?
He's running with the Mercedes guys.
He's running with that loaded lineup.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's not doing. Oh, let me pull it up.
Probably after the 24, right?
I don't know when he'll bring like his guys in. Anytime soon before this 24. But yeah, for this weekend, it's Max, Danny Yucadella, and Jules Gounon in that car. Like that.
Jesus.
Yeah, I know.
I'm surprised those guys are even available with Sebring going on. Anyways, holy crap!
I think when you have an opportunity to have a lineup like that and practice to get ready for a 24-hour race later, you're gonna make it happen.
Yeah, absolutely crazy.
Yeah, I didn't even
crazy. All right, let's move on to Sebring this weekend. 55 cars will be hopefully taking the green flag on Saturday. So excited for that. Some new liveries this weekend. We have Corvette bringing America to the grid, kind of like that.
You sure that wasn't Ford?
Huh? No, it's not Ford.
But the Ford team, that's red, white, and blue, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're bringing 2 extra Fords, right?
Yeah, and then so Rexy's sitting out the race, and Roxy's in.
Okay.
So they went with the pink car this weekend. I do wish they just ran both Porsches.
It'd
be nice.
Yeah.
But anyways, that's pretty cool. Penske bringing some throwback liveries on their Porsches, kind of cool. That. We have Colton Herta back behind the wheel of the Cadillac with Wayne Taylor Racing.
Very good.
So that's exciting. Let's go. Oh, Lamborghini. The Tamaro. Did I say that right? Tamario? Faf's debuting it this weekend.
Terramario,
yeah.
I think it is.
Faf's debuting it this weekend.
Yes. Yeah, it's making its...
So that's exciting.
Temerario.
Yeah, Temerario, whatever. Anyways.
Yeah.
Porsche did get hit with about 10 extra kilos of weight.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens there. And then, kind of news from the track, because nothing, I mean, it was support race practice this week today, but that stuff really kicks off tomorrow. So, ready for that.
Yep. Yeah, tomorrow, 9 a.m. Eastern Time, kicks off with the Mustang Challenge series going out.
Jeez. You know how many cars are in the Nürburgring this weekend?
It's 130.
Oh, we got to get to this.
It's 132 or 136.
Yeah, 136.
Yeah.
And we got to get to this. Hold on. I got to find the article. Hold on. Oh, where the hell is it?
Oh, the
cars
that BMW is putting in? Yeah.
Yes. This is freaking awesome.
Which one? Because I mean, I like both of them, but I like one more than the other.
Oh, I like the estate wagon.
No, I like that one, but what I like more is one of the other teams is bringing the Z4 back for another.
Oh,
race.
the Z4, yeah. That's fine.
I don't expect that thing to be competitive at all, but I am.
No, but
that is fantastic.
I love those cars.
I mean, that was a great one.
That's if you win the lottery, I want to get my hands on one just to have it. Yeah. But the estate wagon, this thing is freaking wild.
Yeah, they
awesome.
Pretty much took a GT3
basically,
and then just
stretched it.
Yeah. Like it just put the bodywork on it.
So like apparently the rear doors are fake.
I'm sure.
They're not real.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah.
And then they stretched out the back and put this monster rear wing on the
Yeah.
back.
No. I think it's the same rear wing that
Oh, real? Oh, that's on the
on
GT3.
the GT3. Yeah. They just
Oh,
obviously
wow.
repositioned it to.
Now this is even better. They got 4 factory drivers driving the car.
Yeah. Yep.
I love this.
The other car too that's maybe a bit or not as known off the top is HWA's Mercedes
Oh yeah,
that they're running.
I heard about that. Yeah, the Evo R or whatever.
Yeah,
Is
I
that it?
think it's like the old DTM car or old version
Oh
of it,
wow.
basically. Like
Yeah, and
that's
these
what they're bringing
both of
back.
these
So
both of these cars are running the SPX class,
yeah,
which is fine with me because I like
yeah,
any racing series that has bring something outrageous. We'll give you your own class, and that's
right.
it. I'm like, I'm all for this. I mean, it's friggin'
So
awesome. Oh man, I have got to get to one of these races. I mean, I would love to say I could go to the 24 hours of the Sebring. I mean, at 24 hours of the Nürburgring.
yeah,
I don't think I'd last, honestly, personally. But I mean, one of these 4 hour, 6 hour races would be fabulous.
yeah,
Oh, it's gonna be wild. 132 cars, and I can't believe that they. Holy crap! I didn't realize. I thought Max was just running with his. What's his name there? The kid he ran with the last time, and
Chris
somebody else.
Chris Lowell.
Yeah, Chris Olin, and then
No,
I thought he was going to run with somebody. Anyway, oh
no,
my
no,
God, he's running with the Mercedes lunatics. Holy heck,
yeah. He's got
this is going to
Denny
be wild.
Incadell, and Jules Gunan this week. So
Yeah, holy
um,
crap.
I can't remember if they're adding another driver for the 24 or not.
They are.
Okay.
Oh crap, I forget who it is.
Yeah.
It's one of the guys I think he's here this weekend.
Okay.
This is
I
just
mean,
going to be nuts.
there's still like, I mean, some of the other pro cars too, like the 98 row BMW is Augusto Farfus, Raffaello Marciello,
Yeah,
Kelvin Vandal.
yeah,
Like there's still some
yeah.
cars that are going to be really impressive to watch. So it's not like he's
Well, that whole
showing up like
that whole GT3 class is pretty much stacked.
yeah.
It's not like it's not. I mean, it's and of course, Frank Stifler's there.
Yep. Yeah, it's good stuff.
Oh, this is gonna be wild.
Yeah.
I gotta make sure I watch this Saturday. Oh man, I gotta get up for it. It's gonna be nuts. Anyways,
Um.
that is gonna be one big freight train.
Yeah.
I just love that. Oh, man, it's amazing on a 13-mile track like that you can have such close racing as that.
Mhm.
But anyways, other than that, I don't really have much else in the news area.
Oh, what do you? Well, let me just go through Sebring's schedule first off. I want to make a correction. Tomorrow morning does not begin
Oh,
with the Mustang Challenge. That was actually today, and we're recording a day later, so that's my bad. Tomorrow begins with Michelin Pilot Challenge, and then we get into the
what
big
time?
big
What
boys.
time is that at?
They start at 8. Go to
8.
that's an
Yeah.
hour, and then there's I'm sorry. Then after them, it's qualifying for the Porsche Cup cars, and then we got basically everything's like an hour and a half kind of deal.
Yeah,
If I
and
gotta
then
get through the day.
then in the afternoon you got.
Well, in the morning it's practice for the big guys. Then they got the afternoon kicks off with Super Trofeo qualifying. Then you get a race 1 of the Mustang Challenge. Then you get qualifying for the Michelin Pilot Series. Race 1 of Porsche Cup. After that, second practice for the big guys, and then you get at 6 o'clock. is race 1 for the Lamborghinis,
No way. So
and
it's
then
into the night.
you have night
Oh,
practice for the big
all
guys.
right.
Um,
That's fine.
Friday
My day is set.
Friday is a little quieter, but you start the day off at 10 with Mustang Challenge second race. Then you get the big guys qualifying. Then you go for your 2-hour Michelin Pilot Series race, and then again evening races. You started off at 4:30 with the Lambos, and then at 6 o'clock or 5:45 you got the Porsche Cup cars.
When
So
are the Mustangs running? Racing.
the Mustangs on Thursday, so Thursday this week at 1 o'clock is Mustang Race 1. Friday at 10:20 a.m. is Mustang Challenge.
Is racing race 2.
Yeah,
Okay.
is race 2. Sorry.
So they flip tomorrow. So the
sport
evening
race.
race, the last race of the day, they flip the Lamborghinis and the Porsches.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah. So, and then
right.
Saturday is the big race, 12 hours.
Yeah.
10:10
right.
to 10:10.
Let's just run through some other stories out there. I there are stories out there. It's amazing. Welcome to Kumasato.
Yes.
To the Indy 500, and Elio's back.
Yep. Yeah.
And rumor has it that Catherine Legg could be the next one in.
That's fantastic. Yeah, this week was just a flurry of Indy 500
Nate will
entries.
obviously Nate's going to default and now pick either Catherine or Elio to win.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm going to pick. I'm my dark. I don't even know who I get for dark horses now. There's like 2. I mean, there's 3. I mean, I got Connor. I mean, you got Hawksworth. No, I can't even say Hawksworth. I'd say you got RHR and Takuma as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Dark horse winners in the one-offs. So.
Yeah. Yep. So it's shaping up, and
yeah.
There's currently 32.
Right.
And Andretti has not confirmed.
Oh yeah.
That's yet, right. Even though it's probably going to be Colton.
Although Colton's free for now until like whenever.
Yeah.
They might sneak him into a couple races here.
Probably.
I would.
Yeah. I mean, obviously if you didn't get what we were mentioning earlier, Bahrain and Qatar. Yeah.
Yep.
Those two.
Qatar? Is it Qatar?
No, I'm sorry. Jeddah.
Saudi?
Jeddah.
It's Bahrain and Jeddah.
Bahrain and Jeddah for F1 has been canceled, and they're done for the season.
They're done, and they're not postponed. They're done.
Yeah, WEC and MotoGP have postponed their Qatar rounds.
Right.
Until later. So.
Yep. Okay. All right. I don't have anything else. Do you?
Just flipping through. I don't think so, other than there's money laundering in NASCAR. I don't want to go into that story, but there's an interesting side story to the main story that came out on that one. So
I wasn't even aware of that.
Okay, I'll send it to you. I'm not. I don't
send it to me, and we can. Yeah, I'm shocked that there's something illegal going on in motorsports.
That was my take on it. Like, I'm just like, okay, this is how you get funding in
this is proper. Yep, we're back. We're going old school with that. Yeah, I love it.
But like how it came about was, I don't want to get on that.
Okay,
it's not.
All right. Okay.
Anyways.
All right. So, all right. Well, on that note,
Good night. Thank you guys for listening to the Red Mist Podcast, hosted by Christian Abbott, Sean Abbott, and Nathan Lavin. And music is by Alex Zwart and Harrison Tate.